So I seen this tweet on the timeline, bro. From Baller's Life. This is a clip from Gilbert Arenas' show. Rashad McCants says real hoopers know Kevin Durant will go down as a better player than LeBron at the end of the road. So let's watch the clip. Let's watch the clip.
I think that the real hoopers know that Kevin Durant is going to go down as a better, I think, better basketball player
than LeBron.
At the end of the road, not right now. But promotion, if you look at Steph, LeBron, and KD, the promotion between Steph and LeBron is here. KD's here. I don't know if he's presentable or marketable. I don't know what it is, but they have more. They have more commercials.
The dad thing that their their fathers. It kind of also with the LeBron conversation because he has like a college-age son and older kids, and Zuri's like 10 or 11 now. It like makes him like seem like a little bit older than he actually is. You look at KD.
And KD's not that young from them.
He's not, but when
he's not being pushed.
Right.
He's not being pushed over the limit. And you would think because he's a Nike guy, he's a champion, he came in with just as much hype as LeBron. You know, Texas and DC assault, all that stuff. It's like, well, why is KD not being seen as top 3 all time?
Because the media killed off the legacy when he left.
When he left, that's fucked up.
When he went to
that's fucked up.
Golden State?
Because he could have eclipsed LeBron maybe 4 years ago.
But just like LeBron got clipped
when he went to Miami.
Yep. Right?
Go back to Cleveland and win and like revitalize.
Revitalize it.
Yeah. What happened is the NBA is holding, the media is holding a standard on 3 people.
3 people.
And it's not fair because the 3 people were in three main cities, right? You're in when the NBA is thriving, when the NBA is making their money, they are as big as possible, is when the 3 kings cities are powerhousing. Boston, Chicago, Lakers. When those 3 cities they got good teams, the NBA that's cash cow.
Yep.
Right? You can't have all 3 of them down. One has to be standing for the media to go. So think about every great player we done had. Where are their legacies?
I would even disagree with that. And there's a lot to break down right here. But correct me if I'm wrong, in 2016, out of those 3 franchises, who the fuck was popping off? From let's say 2014 to 2018. You know what I'm saying? Like who the fuck was popping off in LA, Boston, and Chicago? Chicago definitely Jimmy Butler, I guess. LA, they got Lonzo, but still they were ass. And Boston, Boston was popping in 2017. It was popping in 2018 too. But let's not when what he's talking about is still not. That's not what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? I think what he's talking about is like when Jordan was taking over the league in the 90s in Chicago, when Shaq and Kobe was a thing throughout the whole 2000s. Larry versus Magic Bird in the 80s. Calling Isaiah Thomas's Celtics in that category, I don't even think fits. I don't even think it fits. So
one of those.
And my point with that is saying that in that time span, the NBA was popping. You know what I'm saying? Like literally arguably the greatest season of all time, 2016, which the clip is going out today on that reaction. Like those 3 teams that Gilbert mentioned were ass. The best one out of those 3 was Boston, and they were a first round exit to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So
in a major city,
Chicago, Boston, LA,
Los Angeles.
Right? When you talk about Derrick Rose is when Chicago was pumping, right? You talk about the Boston, you're talking about LA, Lakers, right? You're talking about legacy. So Kobe, right? You're talking about Magic, right? You're talking about all Lakers who never win anywhere. You're talking about Chicago. Michael Jordan don't need to go anywhere. You're talking about Bird. He don't need to go anywhere. Everyone wants to come to them, right? So you're talking about, oh, they never left. Why do they need to leave? Where are they gonna go?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm confused how that even relates to KD in this case, because of the fact that, like, even if the argument is, yo, these are players on teams who are in great situations, so why the fuck did they need to leave? KD was in a great situation in OKC, so it was his fault. He was a free agent. He chose to go from OKC to Golden State. He went to leave a good situation for a better one, which I'm gonna be honest with you. In hindsight, I don't blame him. Even back then, my whole thing with KD was, hey, you go do whatever the fuck you want. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't blame you for leaving OKC. The thing that just rubbed me the wrong way was the fact that you specifically went to Golden State. If KD went to San Antonio, if KD went to Boston specifically, I don't know if y'all remember, Boston was in that hunt. If he went to the Clippers, I truly would not fucking care. Truly would not care. But it's the fact that he went to the team that he lost to. And stacked the deck in an unfavorable favor, in a crazy amount, that really rubbed me the wrong way. But pertaining to this conversation, KD was in a great situation. I would even argue he was the most marketable when he was in OKC. Well, the time I saw KD in a shit ton of commercials, the KD not nice commercials, when KD's shoes were at its peak in its prime, was in OKC. So this idea that KD and the reason why his legacy is just not up to par with LeBron James and Steph Curry is because of the fact that he was in a small market, completely disagree. And even if that is the case, he still went to a big market in Golden State. Golden State, in my opinion, has been a pretty big. San Francisco is a big market. You know what I'm saying? The Oakland area is a big market. And he succeeded there. Chris John says, I will say that KD exceeded beyond expectations after that Achilles injury. That's genuinely amazing. Still, there's no argument for KD being ranked that high all the time. So I do want to revisit what Rashad McCants was saying at the beginning of the clip, just to refresh our memories on that. This part.
Better basketball player
than
LeBron. At the end of the road, not right now. But promotion, if you look at Steph, LeBron, and KD, the promotion between Steph and LeBron is here. Mm-hmm. KD's here. I don't know if he's presentable or marketable.
I don't even know if that's true, chat, because I need to look some shit up. But I swear to God, KD is one of the most marketable players in the league. KD, to this day, is one of the most marketable players in the league. I don't know what stats I can look up. Let's look up jersey sales. Jersey sales, NBA 2023. So if we look at jersey sales, this is jersey sales from April 2023, leading up to the playoffs. KD is 6th in the league. LeBron and Steph are right there, but KD is 6th. Let's do jersey sales in NBA jersey sales all time. Let's do all time. Best selling jerseys of all time. Let's click on the first one. Damn, Steph Curry's already 6th. God damn. All-time number 1, Michael Jordan. Number 2, Kobe. Number 3, LeBron, Magic, Bird, Curry, Shaq, Dr. J at 8. That's surprising. AI, Kareem, Hakeem. Damn. Okay, so KD is not in the top 11, and I think the list stops there. Let's see. Let's dig a little bit deeper. Yeah, this is the same list right here. This is the same list right there. But long story short, I'm even questioning that fact that the gap between LeBron and Curry's marketing LeBron, Curry, and KD's marketing is like that astronomical. I highly doubt that. And I guess my next question when it comes to this take is he saying by the end of KD's career, he's going to be considered better than LeBron? Or is this a case of KD is already greater than LeBron right now? People will just realize it by the end of KD's career. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is confusing.
Basketball player.
Then LeBron James.
LeBron. At the end of the road, not right now. But promotion, if you look at Steph, LeBron, and KD, the promotion between Steph and LeBron is here. Mm-hmm. KD's here. I don't know if he's presentable or marketable. I don't know what it is, but they have more commercials.
Mm-hmm. The dad thing that their fathers, it kind of also with the LeBron conversation, because he has like a college age son and older kids, and Zuri's like.
And I just find it hypocritical because, hey, listen, I'm the non-hooper in this conversation, right? We're talking about Gilbert Arenas in this conversation. Rashad McCants played overseas. I'm the non-hooper in this conversation. I would just expect in this conversation about hoops for hoops to be involved in the conversation. We watched a 3-minute clip where they talked about marketing, public perception, this, that, and aura, being a better father. And coming from the hoopers, I would just expect hoopers to talk about the hoop aspect of the game. So, and again, maybe there's more context that I just missed. But what is the explanation for KD by the end of his career to be a better player than LeBron James? And to answer the question of why KD is not viewed as a better player than LeBron James right now, I do not think it has anything to do with marketability. I do not think it has anything to do with narratives. Well, I guess partially it does. LeBron's just a better player. I'm sorry to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I understand, like, NBA players and athletes have this vendetta against the media, and they have this narrative that the media just wants to say what they want to say. But no, there is a legit argument for LeBron James to just be a better player than Kevin Durant, and also to have a better career than Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? If we look at peak for peak, you can argue that LeBron is a better defensive player. I don't think anyone is sitting here saying KD is a better defensive player than LeBron at his peak, even if we want to look at Golden State. No, LeBron James was a DPOY caliber player, one of the top 10 defenders in the league, and that is translated not just in Miami, but on other teams as well. LeBron James is a better defender. Offensively, I think KD is a better scorer. No, even that is arguable. I ain't gonna lie. Even that is arguable. We're looking at Kevin Durant as a 30-point per game scorer, can score on anywhere on the court, from the three, from the mid, attacking the paint, in the post, jump shot, going left, going right, fade away. He can do it all from a scoring perspective. LeBron James, do not think he's as much of a versatile scorer. However, at the end of the day, KD's putting up 30 on X efficiency, let's say 65%. LeBron James is doing that exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's not as much sauce to it as KD. You know what I'm saying? The movements aren't as fluid as KD, but from a production standpoint, LeBron James is just as good of a scorer, in my opinion. In my opinion, just as good of a scorer. And it also doesn't help KD's argument that LeBron, if anything, elevates in the playoffs. Because even in that discussion, I would give the edge to KD if in the playoffs, LeBron drops and KD doesn't in scoring. You know what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, we can talk about all this production in the regular season all we want, but when you drop off in the playoffs and it is clear that because of your lack of versatility that people are able to guard you better, people are able to, teams are able to game plan against you easier, and it actually works in the playoffs, then I would give the edge to the more versatile scorer who doesn't drop in the playoffs, and is putting up the exact same volume, if not higher volume. But that's not the case. LeBron James is putting up the same amount of production in the regular season, and it goes up in the playoffs. So I'm going to be honest with you. Long story short, scoring perspective, it's tied. To me, it's tied. And if anything, I would give the edge to LeBron. These are basketball reasons. These are basketball reasons. And we're not even talking about passing. We're not even talking about passing. We're talking about LeBron James, a dude who's so great at passing that people, even with LeBron being a walking 30-point per game scored on great efficiency, people still think passing is his best trait. People still think his passing ability is on par with the likes of a Magic Johnson, a Steve Nash. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's insane. Now, I disagree. I don't think it's that good. But still, I think that says a lot about his passing ability. And long story short, we're not having those conversations with Kevin Durant's 5-6 assists a game. We're just not. You know what I'm saying? And even when we look at a career perspective, man, fuck the rings. LeBron's longevity is crazy. LeBron's longevity is one of a kind. So fuck the rings. Fuck the winning for a second. We're looking at a dude who's been putting up 27, 7, and 7 for 20 years. And KD, now mind you, KD's longevity is crazy too. I don't want to downplay KD's longevity because I've also said on this platform that I feel like a lot of players' longevities are getting hoed because of how great LeBron's longevity is. We won't talk about James Harden's longevity enough, Chris Paul's longevity enough, Steph Curry's longevity enough, KD's longevity enough. Hell, Kobe, we don't talk about Kobe's longevity enough. Hell, even in the GOAT discussion, we act like Michael Jordan had this short-ass career. No, Michael Jordan was dominant for 13 fucking years. That's a long period of time, chat. To be dominant for 13 years? That's a big-ass prime that just gets minimized because of how great LeBron's longevity is. So, I don't know. I just feel like there's an actual basketball argument as to why LeBron is a better player than Kevin Durant. And to minimize that whole conversation to, hey man, real hoopers, they're gonna see that KD's the better player at the end of the road. I just don't see it. And to blame that all on marketing and how the NBA is marketing certain players, highly disagree. I just highly disagree with that. And also to say that KD had more hype than, or just about the same amount of hype as LeBron. Hey, listen, I will defer to y'all because y'all are older than me and y'all were actually at least like conscious enough to remember that time. I was fucking 3 when LeBron was around, and I was 7 when KD was drafted into the league. But chat, correct me if I'm wrong, based off of the conversations that I've had, the research that I've done, KD's hype going into the draft was not on par with LeBron. Am I right or am I wrong? LeBron James was getting GOAT comparisons going into the league. LeBron James was the chosen one. LeBron James was, you know what I'm saying, in high school games getting comparisons to the Kareems, to the Shaqs, to the Wilt Chamberlains, to the Michael Jordans of the world. I don't think that was the same with Kevin Durant. And I feel like if it was, listen, Greg Oden, Omar put me onto the hype of Greg Oden going into that draft. If KD had more hype, if not equal hype to LeBron, I think KD would have went number 1. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. J-Kid, Magic, and Nash. Maybe he's talking about passing. Yeah, if it was, he would have went number 1, right? Like I don't know if there's another LeBron type of hype player, I don't think that dude goes number 2. Unless I'm underestimating the fuck out of Greg Oden's hype.
LeBron is here. Mm-hmm. KD's here. I don't know if he's presentable or marketable. I don't know what it is, but they have more. They have more commercials.
The dad thing that their fathers. It kind of also with the LeBron.
Let's look at the replies. I want to keep watching this shit. You know what it is too, chat? I think I think KD fans are salty that the torch wasn't passed to him. Because the blueprint was laid out. The blueprint was laid out for KD to take that torch. I don't know if y'all remember again, if we're talking about marketing, the I'm Not Nice campaign, the I'm sick of being number 2 campaign. Like, if we want to talk about marketing, KD was being set up to be that next guy. Right? Had that MVP season. Only blew that up even more. Ever since he made it to the finals in 2012, I swear to God, for like a 3-4 year stretch, motherfuckers were saying, hey, the clear 1 and 2 in this league is LeBron, Kevin Durant, and everyone else. Correct me if I'm wrong. But what happened was, after 2014, after his MVP season, KD gets injured. And in essentially 2 years, Steph Curry took over the NBA. The Warriors took over the NBA. And then what happened was I think LeBron, once he went back to Cleveland, that was supposed to be the twilight years of LeBron. Because again, I need y'all to remember, this was a period in time where you're supposed to slow down like crazy once you hit 32, 33, 34. Right? You're supposed to slow down. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to take a step back from a production standpoint. LeBron just didn't do that. Hey, LeBron just didn't do that. He said fuck pass. He said from all accounts, even with Curry, fuck passing the torch. I'm still the king. Hey, Snake, that's what I'm saying. This fuckery won't last too much longer, but it did. And it's still going. I'm still here. So I think ultimately what happened was KD was supposed to be set up to be the next face of the league, but Steph Curry came out of nowhere and revolutionized the game, became the most marketable player in the league, the babyface assassin, the face of the three-point revolution, this, that, and the third. And LeBron James just kept on going. But in actuality, I think ideally, chat, it was supposed to go like this. Michael Jordan in the 90s, right? Michael Jordan in the 90s. Boom. It goes to Shaq and Kobe. And Tim Duncan. Shaq, Kobe, Tim Duncan. Boom. And then from that era, it was supposed to go to LeBron for a couple years. I would say from 2011 to 2014. This is supposed to be LeBron's era. Boom. After 2014, this is supposed to be KD at 27, 28. This is supposed to be when KD takes over the league. I'm done being number 2. I'm mature now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a winner now. I can lead. I can be the best player on the championship team. Boom. So from 2015 to like 2019-ish, that is supposed to be KD's time. And then we are supposed to be where we're at right now, where we have Giannis in the league, where we have Jokic in the league. I'm going to be honest, Zion is supposed to be set up, but that's a whole nother conversation right there. But yeah, I think ideally that from a marketing perspective, that's what it was supposed to be. But I genuinely think Steph Curry and LeBron just fucked it up for KD. He was supposed to be the face of the league. And I think KD fans are insecure about that. They're finding all of these loopholes to find a way to say, hey, KD's still that guy. Hey, y'all underrating KD just because he went to Golden State. But nah, I think this was a case of like, hey, better players just came in the league. I ain't gonna lie. Better players just came into the league. And I do think there's some credence to the fact that KD going to Golden State hurt his legacy. I think, you know, once he made that move, it really created a wave of just fuck KD forever type haters. So there's some credence to it. But I think Rashad McCants should have just left it at that. You know what I'm saying? I think he, if he just stopped at, yo, people don't give KD respect because he went to Golden State, I would even agree. I would even agree with you. But it's the fact that you brought LeBron into it. Like, why did you have to bring LeBron into it? Why does it have to go all the way to, man, it's real ballers, real hoopers. Hey, this dude's the GOAT. Not LeBron, though. Not LeBron. It's KD. Like, all right, bro. But, interesting take.